All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible long weekend. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
I am doing great, Carlos. I had a good little break yesterday. Took advantage of it. We had perfect weather here. That was good. That was very welcome. And
Nice.
yeah, got all sorts of stuff done. Well, a lot of pickleball done, and some other stuff.
Nice. Good to hear that, man. Good to hear that. Let's take a quick look, friends, at our gappers list this morning as we kick off this short week. A lot of stuff in the green this morning. So a lot of stuff kind of
Yeah,
bouncing here
very
and
green.
showing some strength. And again, you name it, they're on deck. You can see here NVIDIA, American Airlines. What is this? We got to look at that one. Yeah, it's all about you there. So we'll see what's happening there. AMD, SoFi, Quantums, Rigetti, you name it, all on deck this morning, friends. So we'll see what's driving some of these tickers. Before we do that, quick snapshot of our U.S. economic calendar for today.
Yeah, we only have a couple things on the calendar, as you might expect after a long weekend. What's interesting today is like it's all over the place timeline-wise. Durable goods orders actually just came out. It was not as bad as expected. It was only 6.3% contraction, so that's good. And then later on this morning, we're going to have the Case-Shiller Home Price Index for March. So the durable goods was April, the home prices are from March, and then consumer confidence at 10, which is from May or this month. So just keep in mind the timeline. Some of these things are more latent than others. But yeah, durable goods, which is for last month. Yeah, those prices, durable orders, no, not prices, orders decreased by 6.3%. That's not good. That doesn't show a good, strong economy, does it? In any event, so let's see what happens with the home price if it comes out on target. But none of these are probably going to have a big market impact. Today, we just a little bit of a buoyancy in the market, isn't it? Like Carlos mentioned, a lot of green. Things just gapped up here this morning. And yeah, we're about 1.5% higher on the market indices, which is good. And well, it's I guess good for the economy in general, not necessarily good for trading. I don't like days where you get big gaps. So we'll see what happens anyways with the trading once the opening bell rings.
Yeah, absolutely, friends. As you can see here, again, a lot in the green as we just kind of covering there. And just two in the red, PDD and NNE, which we saw a couple of days on our list as well. So, all right, let's dive in. Let's take a look at the first one here this morning. And we're going to look at our good buddy, not good buddy, but SBET. I don't even know what this is. SBET this morning. Sharp Link Gaming. Oh, that's sharp. Sharp Link Gaming. Never heard of the company, but they're high flying today, Peter. Up 270%. 15 million shares traded and climbing here, and obviously they got some pretty good action this morning.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how much activity that they've got. Not really a lot of big news. In fact, a couple of private placement opportunities where it looks like there's some money being invested. $425 million of investment, and this is like last week they announced another few hundred million of investment. They seem to. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. They are like a gaming company, a betting company, but they've also decided to invest heavily in crypto, and they're going to focus on Ethereum. Looks like they are building a big Ethereum, I don't know, war chest, sort of like people have been doing with Bitcoin. So, okay, good luck for them. I don't know why that's causing it to jump, quite frankly, because that private placement usually is dilutive to stock prices. But especially being that I'm looking here, they sold 69 million shares at $6.15 a share, which is sort of much closer to the Interestingly, 615 a share in some cases. Other cases, it was 672, which is the exact price at which it closed on Friday. So the fact that we've jumped up 270% here this morning feels a little out of line. So I don't know. It's in play though. Hey, if you like high risk, low float stocks, then SBET might be your candidate for today, because I only see about 600,000 shares in the float of this thing. So whatever's happening, I don't know. Feels like it's just being bullied or pushed around here. So uh, probably not something I want to spend a lot of time on. But some people love these.
I personally won't be watching this one. It just looks very messy. So be on the lookout for that one. All right, next on the list is HOLO, and this is HOLO. This is micro cloud. As you can see here, we are up this morning 20%. We've seen this name before. I've seen the ticker appear in our gappers list in the past. Today, they're showing some action, 5.9 million shares traded. The float on this one, 4.7. So again, typically not something I would like to trade or have on my list. Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
Well, look, they announced. I'm trying to figure out what this means. They've announced again progress in quantum enhanced imaging based on non-local effects. I don't exactly. I mean, I understand all those words. I just don't understand what that means or what the significance. And they haven't even announced that they've like launched it or anything. Just progress. They've made some moves towards actually developing this. Anyways, they make this microcloud. They've been focusing on lidar systems and apparently holographic lidar systems that is supposed to improve the way cars operate. So this is great. Love the fact why they're called HOLO. Anyways, whatever. HOLO. So I mean, good news for them. I don't know. Whatever. If it creates tradable opportunities, then great. From an actual technology launch, I'm not that excited.
Yeah, that doesn't look too good. Go
It
ahead.
feels like people are just throwing quantum into things. You know how like
Yeah.
we get into these trends where people like to put, you put AI in everything and you get a boost, or you put crypto in at a certain point in time. Like there's always
Hmm.
these buzzwords that come out. Right now, it's quantum. So the
Yeah.
fact that these guys are doing quantum enhanced imaging and they're calling it quantum illumination or QI, what does that actually mean? Like they're not using quantum computers.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what? Well, at least I don't think they are, because there aren't quantum computers. They haven't.
Not
Anyways,
yet. Not
whatever.
not to the public. I don't think so, right?
I don't,
But
yeah, they're just.
yeah. Well, hey, listen, I get it. I have AI on my name in chat, right? AI.
There
So
you
maybe
go.
that will help me get my messages
I'm
through
gonna be.
faster. I don't know,
Yeah,
but I have it there.
maybe that's it. I'm gonna be a quantum Peter. That's what I think I'm gonna become.
I like it. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right, back to our gappers list, friends. It's going through this list. ASST. This is a back and forth on this list again. ASST. So if we look at this one today, we are up this morning 17%. And again, they got something going here, because you can see on the daily they've been moving very well, and for the last couple of days, really cranking that up here. So again, up 17% after being down on Friday. And a 1 million shares traded. So I have not looked at it. It's typically not a stock that I like. The float on this was 13.8, so it's on the lower side. Peter, I won't be watching this one. Any interest for you?
Not really. No. I mean, it looks like they had some news on their acquisition of bitcoins, but maybe that's what's moving them here today. They actually have been in play. Their volume has not increased as much as I would like to see, but they've had some good price action, as you can see there on the daily chart. But yeah, not enough to really keep it interesting. Where are Bitcoin prices? Yeah, see, Bitcoin prices, even despite the long weekend, didn't really do much, did they? We're still sitting at 109,000, so it's good. That means it's held at that level, but it's really just been bouncing between about 107 and $110,000 over the last over the course of the weekend. Well, not even. I don't. Yeah, no, it did get up to 110 a couple times. So yeah, we're just sitting in this range. I honestly thought when it got over 110, this thing would just take off, but seems like it's not ready yet, because it has not.
Yeah, it was such a if we could use this word, like lame all-time high breakout. It was just like, yeah, it was just okay. Like you guys love making noise. Let's do it. No,
Yeah,
we were not. I
yeah.
was very shocked at the reactions. Like it's like they didn't care at all. So,
No, it
um,
had this big breakthrough 110 back last week, and I thought, okay, here we go. And then it just went, you know, that
whatever.
was fun.
There's something we don't know, man. Maybe it's like it's got to get to like 115, 170. Like maybe there's another number for the crypto stuff that
Maybe.
makes more sense. But yeah. So yeah, ASST guys in play. A lot of action on it. Again, low flow stock. It is obviously whatever they're doing is working well because you can see when low flow stocks just find a way to keep pushing high. This is a good sign, right? It's not your 2 days, three at tops, and then the slam down where everybody gets, kind of body slam. This one is actually holding on to something they actually have in use. So that's a benefit and a plus to it, but still be very careful. At the end of the day, it still is a low flow stock that can move pretty erratic. Next I have here is UEC. Uranium energy. So uranium energy here up this morning, was up on Friday as well. Again, typically I don't like to day trade these, so I will keep this off the list, to be honest, Peter. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. Obviously, some moves here happening with energy. We've seen energy move around the last couple of 2-3 weeks, right? Especially
Yeah.
solar panel, solar energy, like just a lot of the policy changes that are affecting these companies. And this one is up this morning.
I mean, uranium energy. They did a smart move. They sent out a press release saying that they applaud the Trump administration's transformational executive orders to quadruple U.S. nuclear capacity and rebuild domestic uranium fuel cycle. Of course, I mean it fits their narrative. So, but other than that, we know that last week, right? That was the one of the announcements, which was pushing uranium. The fact that the administration was also playing a little bit of a Me Too game after China sort of, there was some news out of China about their uranium, their nuclear plants coming online and giving a lot of sort of power support to the grid. It feels like the Trump administration said, yeah, we're going to do that too. And so here we are. So been good for uranium stocks. I mean, look at how they're up.
Yeah, it's a lot of not controversy, but a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is crazy. This is dangerous." I don't know much about it, but it reminds me a little bit like when you try something new, right? Like the microwave. You guys remember the microwave when it first came out? Oh, don't stand in front of it because it'll blow up your head, right? And then we found out,
Yeah.
okay, that's not true. But is it something like this where it actually is safe and people are just overreacting? Peter, do you know anything about this at all?
Well, you know what? There's been some very high profile issues, right? Like, if you go back in history, 3 Mile Island, if you remember that, right? That was a US
Yeah, yeah,
based problem with a uranium reactor. Obviously, everybody knows about Chernobyl around the world. And then of course there was the tsunami that knocked out and caused the the nuclear reactor issues in Japan. Fukushima,
yeah, yeah.
whatever it was. So I think those, those get people nervous, and I can understand that. But they are isolated incidents. Overall, I mean, nuclear is actually one of the safer and better power sources. But it does have to be carefully managed, and you got to make sure you've got the appropriate controls and oversight to it. So there's a lot more nuclear going on out there than people understand. I mean, a lot of U.S. Heavy duty military equipment is run off of nuclear power, right? Especially like all the new aircraft carriers and submarines and stuff. So we got nuclear floating around the world a lot more than people understand. So again, ultimately, unfortunately, it's one of those things that it's just a target, right? Because it's scary. Everybody's sort of seeing big, nuclear explosion bombs. We all know what a mushroom cloud looks like, and
Right.
nobody wants to ever see one in person. So,
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Like when you hear nuclear, the first thing you think about is the big events, and they're usually not good stuff. So that could
exactly.
just be it. Back to the list. DJT is up next. So Trump Media Technology. These guys are up 9.3, 3.2 million shares traded. I would love to trade this stock, man. When they get volume, we've seen it trade very well, but Do you know the price action on this thing? I just don't like it. Forever, since forever, and since like going back, we started going back here during the before the election results here got pretty active. Even through all of this, their price action was not great. I have not been able to trade this stock with the way I trade. So they're up here. These numbers excite me. 9.4, 3.2. They're great. This company, I'm not sure if they have any Peter, any catalyst this morning, but they're just tough to trade, man. They're really tough.
They really have been surprisingly tough to trade. It's just the volume has not come back into it. They did have an announcement this morning that they're planning to buy about $3 billion in cryptocurrencies. So it looks like they're going to sort of double down on their stated objective to get into crypto again. This is not what this. That's not what DJT said they were about, but here they are chasing crypto. So, all right, I mean, there's some potential opportunity, I guess, if they got money and they're not sure what to do with it. Could be an opportunity. Plus, they get the leverage there, social capital, I suppose, to push it. Maybe that's what's going to help Bitcoin take off. But we'll, I don't know. Anyways, so it's in the news. It's probably not going to make it tradable on an intraday basis.
Yeah, depending on what your style, this could be good for you. But again, for me, it's just not great. Go ahead, Peter.
I just wanted to, we were talking nuclear power. You asked me a question of whether it's safe. I want to give a shout out to Jeremias in the room who sent, I love random stats sometimes. So he sent this. He put this chart in our chat room. I don't know where the heck he had this on at the ready, man. It must have either found it online or had it in his fingertips. This is deaths per unit of electricity production. What a random stat. It feels like a very random stat. Anyways,
this was created by a nuclear engineer, I could tell. Who else is looking for this?
Now,
go ahead.
Presumably this is human deaths and not all deaths, because my understanding of wind power, for example, there's a lot of birds that get taken out by wind, because those giant blades just slice and dice birds all over the place. So, but anyways, but interestingly, the coal and I don't know what the difference between brown coal and coal is, but brown coal, and oil are at the top of the list. Not surprising to me. Like if we're talking deaths by electricity production, like we said. So, anyways, the point here, I guess, nuclear is way at the bottom. It does feel like it was produced by probably like some solar energy
sales
farm
pitch.
or
Yeah,
some nuclear think tank that's trying to sell nuclear. It's usually where these things come out of. However, the point is made. All right, so if you're looking at human deaths, right, nuclear is pretty safe comparatively.
So. Yeah. Now does that account? And again, I don't want to get too much detail, but would this account for
things.
like?
Again, I love charts like this because they're just so random. It's also like we don't understand. Like you got to think about how humans act and how we all react, right? If 1,000 people die every year, we tend to ignore that, right? Like probably the stats. I'm going to make numbers up here, but coal and oil, it's probably like injuries on the job and people, whatever, falling down a mine shaft in case of coal. Coal mining is inherently dangerous. You're going to have deaths every year. That doesn't seem to affect our social psyche as much as, so nuclear catches up really quickly, right? When you have a nuclear event and 20,000 people die, that gets our attention. But coal could be killing, but that only happens once every 20 or 30 years. But then, if coal's killing a couple of thousand people every year, sure, the numbers are greater, but we're like, whatever. It's fantastic. Anyways, we're weird. Yeah. We're weird creatures.
It is very weird. I'm telling you, and it's all about perception too. And again, we're starting on a very dark Tuesday here.
We did a little bit. Anyway,
but our perception, because check this out. You know how many people die in car crashes a day globally? It's like 3,000. It's like 3,000 a day. Oh. In the U.S., it's 114 a day. So if you hear about every single one of them every time on the news, man, I'm not getting behind the wheel. Like, what the heck? People are going to be scared, right? Because it's always in your face. But that number to us is like, it's not that
Right.
big of a
It's
deal.
a good analogy to yeah, like what we were talking about here, Carlos. You're right, because like how many people die in car crashes every day, and yet people on average seem to be a lot more scared of plane travel. For example, people
Right.
are
Yeah.
terrified to fly. Right. Because when a plane crashes, it's scary. You have no control. You can't do anything, and you know hundreds of people that die. That die. The plane goes down. Everybody's dead usually. But um, yeah, but you're much higher risk just getting into your car, and yet people will do that without thinking about it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
And even if you're in control, it's never you. It's the other person that unfortunately doesn't know what they're doing. All right, friends. Now that we took it to that dark matter, dark past, let's go into some lighter topics here. Let's look at QUBT from our gappers list. We'll look into quantum and see what's driving some of the stocks this morning. Quantum has been very active, guys, especially some of these QUBT and QBTS. They've been up and down. They've been just all over the place. And as you can see here, QUBT this morning, we are up 6%, 1.7 million shares traded. Their daily has been very active. Also, QUB TS. Here it is, QBTS, also looking very good. So put your favorites on here. Either one of these, Rigetti, I can see them on deck as well. They're also on here looking pretty nice. Again, just pick your favorite out of all of these, Peter. Anything happening in the quantum world? I know you talked about it a little bit earlier today.
Yeah, people pretending to do things in quantum. No, I haven't heard any quantum news. Seems like it was a quantumly quiet weekend.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
People are asking me, am I saying that you should Uber? No, I'm not saying you should Uber. I'm just saying, don't be scared. Just go out there and live life. That's all. That's all. Don't live life like Andrew, trying to falling into
No,
crowds
man.
and stuff like that. Live Andrew safely. Live life safely. Yes, you can, but just live life. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Uber doesn't make it any safer. I've had some
No, it doesn't
sketchy
make
Uber drivers, man. I don't know.
there are between them and Lyft. I use both. I use Lyft for Uber, and man, they're both got some sketchy drivers there. All right, let's take a look. NVO. So for me on these two, I'm gonna put QBTS on the list. I know that traded pretty well last week, a couple of days. So QBTS will be on my list. We'll put it on here. Primary list QBTS, and I'm gonna put in a QUBT on the list as well. They should all move very fairly similar, but just in case, we'll check out what's happening on both of those. All right, let's take a look here. What else we have on deck? So that kind of covers the top part of it. I'm going to get to some good stuff. It's a lot on here. We won't be able to get to everything so much. Let's look at HIMS. HIMS gave us a stretch where they traded very, very well. This morning, we are up 3.3, 524,000 shares traded. Looking to rebound here after a couple of days slowing down on the upwards move. So could be interesting. Volume is not great, but it could be a good secondary just to see if there's any juice left on this one. So I am going to add it to my secondary list just in case something is going to come out of this. Towards the bottom, we do have PLTR, AMD, and some other ones. Let's take a look at PLTR, which has become one of our favorites. I like the daily on PLTR, guys. Looks very good here. Up 2.8, 1.6 million shares traded. Peter, what's your thoughts on this one? This one has been okay, but the last 2-3 days not as simple to trade.
Yeah, I mean, I still like it. It still trades fairly well. PLTR is funny because remember early on, right as Trump was taking power and the Doge activities started, everybody thought PLTR would be one of those targets because they have a lot of federal government and especially Department of Defense contracts. But I suppose true to form, the Trump administration has been protecting defense, and PLTR has largely not been impacted. And we know that Elon likes his technology, so he has not been cutting, or at least never didn't target the team on anything that was technology related, especially not the AI stuff. So they've been holding up very well. I mean, look where they're sitting on the daily here. They're up sort of at that high territory. So yeah, I think it's still absolutely in play. Why not take advantage of that?
Yeah. We'll have it on my list, friends. Looks good here. We'll put it on there for now. All right, I think I'm going to stop here. Maybe AMD and NVIDIA. Let's take a look at that. And then, Pierre, I'll let you throw some stuff out at us and see what's happening there. But if we look at AMD this morning, up 3.1, 850,000 shares traded right now. So that looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna add AMD to the list. Maybe on a secondary for now. See if Nvidia looks a little bit better. Let's take a look on Nvidia. And Nvidia, I like the daily better on Nvidia. It's kind of pushing up towards the highs here for the last couple of days. So this could be a little more exciting. 5.1 million shares traded. They both look good. I'm gonna put them both in a secondary. I'll decide which one I'm gonna move up once we get closer to the market open. All right, Peter. As far as the gap up list, anything you like that we have not covered? There's so much on here. What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, the one that we haven't talked about yet today is Tesla. There was some news over the weekend. The sales numbers in Europe came out, and they are not good. Tesla sales are down to about half what they had been previously, and they continue to lose ground with basically all other EV brands in the European market, specifically in Germany and France. So yeah, but that being said, it's still gapping up this morning with the market, and I don't know, the fans just keep buying it, so it doesn't seem to matter what the actual numbers say. Um, Tesla is still looking relatively strong. I mean, we're not back to the highs it had managed to achieve back at the beginning of the year or last year, but it's still fairly resilient considering. I mean, we've only really heard bad news out of Tesla. It feels like to me, not a lot of
Yeah.
good news. There's a lot of all the promises, of course, right? There's cyber taxi, whatever is supposed to be coming out, and they've got their robots out there lurking in the background on this all creepy, but we haven't seen any of that. They're supposed to have their $20,000 cheap car coming out. Still waiting on that, as usual, right? Tesla's. I don't think they've ever hit a deadline with anything they've committed to. So it's a wait and see game, I guess, at this point. And in the meantime, the fans keep being fans. So as long as it gives me trading opportunities, I'm good with it. But feels like a risky longer term investment.
Yeah.
Hopium. A lot of hopium. Yes, IG.
Yeah, Tesla's good, friends. I'm gonna add this one here to the list as well. Again, it's just such an explosive stock, great to watch, and it did treat us very well last week too. So we'll keep an eye on this one. All right, friends. Let's. I know you guys are throwing out some tickers. We'll look at those in a second. There's so many. We won't be able to get through all of them, and so many good stocks like SMCI. Yeah, let me look at that one. See a lot of you guys throwing that one out. SMCI is another one that could move very well. Up 3.3 this morning. 889,000 shares traded. So again, just so many. Don't like it as much today, so I might not keep it on deck. But again, there's just a bunch of stickers you can look at today. All right, let's focus on the gap down. Gap down, PDD, NNE, and EO. SE. Never heard of that one. Let's see what those are bringing for us today, if anything. And then we'll go to you guys to see what you guys like this morning on both chats, in our members tab, and also over on YouTube. And on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up as we kick off this week and get back into trading. Wow, PDD down 18%, 8.1 million shares traded. Peter, who flushed the toilet on these guys? What's going on?
Who flushed the toilet on them? I like that. Let's see. They issued some numbers on their last quarter, and it looks like their profit is down significantly. So that would indicate that costs have gone up. Remember, the PDD is the parent. This is our good friends at Pinduoduo. Anyways, they
Yeah.
are the parent company of, or I guess they're just called PDD Holdings now. Anyways, they're the parent company of Temu. Anyways, who've been advertising like crazy in the North American market, offering free stuff and trying to get you to buy. I think Carlos, you said you actually. But I'm
Yeah.
terrified of clicking on one of their ads.
I bought a nice leather jacket.
Your leather jacket, yeah. So, anyways, never bought anything from them. I don't have any intent to, but as you could imagine, they are, their costs absolutely are going up, and they're not as low cost with all these tariffs coming on board. So, so their profitability is down significantly, and that news has been taking the stock down. So this might be in play today. I was looking at it earlier because there was there's PDD, there's Baidu, there's Baba, a few of them that are out there, but this is down pretty significantly on some good volume. So PDD of all of them feels like the one that we might want to keep an eye on, just to see if we get maybe a trading opportunity on it.
Yep, absolutely. Here's my Timu leather jacket,
Oh,
man.
look at that.
Yeah,
You got that at the
looks
ready.
good. Yeah, it looks good. I had it here in the office, man, ready to go. So it's just like I mentioned, it can get wet, can take it out in the sun.
Just don't get it wet. Yeah, don't wear it in the
just
rain.
you can't do any of that, and don't touch it, please. If you see me wearing this, just kind of say hi from afar. Don't touch the jacket. I don't want it to start tearing apart here, because I can only imagine the quality of this thing is horrible. All right, let's take a look here, friends.
It's for display purposes only, is it?
Display purposes only. Make videos and just that's all it is. All right, let's look at NNE, another one that's down big today, guys. Down 7.4, 932,000 shares traded. Again, also taking a big hit, but not so bad, because if you look at it, it had a big day on Friday, so just giving some back this morning. Peter,
Yeah.
What's the latest and greatest?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is just sort of the second day pullback. Plus, they took the opportunity of their big price increase to very quickly come out with a secondary offering, where they are issuing another 3,888,889 shares at $27 a share. So they're trying to capitalize and rake in a few bucks with their recent stock price appreciation. So very, very quick on that offering. So I'm not surprised that the price is pulling back a little bit.
Yep. I don't like it, guys. We had this before, and we've seen it in play before, and I'm not a big fan of it. So if you like this ticker, it is in play. Nano nuclear energy added to your list. All right, EOSE. Okay, what's this here? Another energy company that's also down a little bit today, down 4.4, as you can see here, guys. So 444 million shares traded at the moment. So again, nothing too exciting on this one either for me, Peter. I'm going to be skipping it unless you like something on these.
I have nothing on them, so don't know what's going on.
Yep. All right, we'll leave it alone. And that covers our gap up, friends. Peter, as far as gapping down, anything you like this morning?
Well, I mentioned we already talked about PDD. I think it's the best. If you want to look at the Chinese sector, when we've got a market that's moving up so significantly, we've got Billy and Baba that are also down. PDD obviously down the most with the news of their profitability dropping significantly. So worth keeping an eye on that. That being said, just be careful with this. These have had a habit in the past of gapping down pre-market, and then the market opens and they move higher. So I don't really know what to expect. I'll keep a close eye on it just in case it does something interesting. I noticed that the electric car companies out of China also gapping down. LI, NEO, XPEV, all moving down this morning. None seem to be attracting a lot of volume that get me very interested, but it was notable, I guess, because they are moving downward compared to everything else. And that's about it, Carlos. So there's a lot of green on the screen. So most everything else is on the upside.
Yeah, it sure is. All right, let's go to you guys. So right now, my list, guys, I have QBTS, POTR, Tesla, PDD as well. But let's go to chat, see what you guys like this morning. Let's start here with our chat room. Here we go. Let's bring the messages over here. There it is. All right, awesome. Okay, let's get going here. What do you guys like? BYD. Are they public? BYD? Yeah. Oh, no. BYD.
No, their ticker is it's not BYD. It's
Yeah, BYD is some other boy gaming company. I know BYD had news over the weekend about something dropping, but I don't know what their ticker is.
It's like a 5-letter ticker. BYDDF.
I didn't have that coming up.
Right. Yes. BYDDF. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, here's BYDDY.
For whatever reason, they've chosen not to really be publicly traded on the U.S. markets. BYDDY. I think they've got a couple of different share classifications out there, but
right.
Yeah, see, they're both right. BYDDY is out there, BYDDF, but I mean, none of them are like heavily traded. I don't understand why they've chosen not to. be more
Yeah.
active. But
Yeah, I saw news they were down like 7% overseas. I saw that headline come over on Bloomberg when I woke up early
could
today,
be.
or was it last night? I can't remember. But for the most part, I don't see this a good trade. The trade with this would be another other EV companies, right? If they're doing bad, 'cause I think they are. Other EV companies like a Tesla can benefit from it. So that's what I would look to trade. I already have Tesla on my list, so I'll be looking to see how that affects that one. AMD, let's take a look. AMD is on my list, my secondary. IonQ. I do have a couple of quantum stocks already on deck. So, for example, I have a QBTS and also QUBTs. IonQ is another one as well that you can look at. They get great volume, guys. 977,000 shares traded right now. So pick your favorites. They're all on deck this morning. I saw Rigetti as well on the list. If you look at our gappers list, there's just so many on here. Rigetti's on there, QUBT. Pick your favorites out of all of these. You know, they can be very explosive. I went with the Qs. QUBT and QBTS for now. But as you guys see something great, definitely call it out. Riot is different. That's Bitcoin. But yeah, pick your favorite out of all of these. Ooh, MU is here. I like when MU makes the list. MU makes the list. Usually, it could be exciting, but this morning I don't see anything great on it really. But yeah, nothing great on MU this morning. All right, let's see what else, friends. What else you like this morning? Go ahead, Peter.
One that was moving on Friday, U.S. Steel on the announcement that the Trump administration was going to support the, I'll call it the acquisition of U.S. Steel by Japanese-based Nippon Steel. Although it looks like the deal has changed a little bit. Look, I mean, Trump had come out previously and said, absolutely not, right? Absolutely ridiculous. We're not going to allow the sale of a proud U.S. Company to Japan. Now he's all for it. Some terms of the deal have changed, where they're putting, of course, investment. Which now that Trump is president, he needs that investment. So that's a good news for him. They've also suggested that they're going to be allowing the U.S. government to have control. I'll put air quotes around that, of some management decisions. So stay tuned. We'll see who gets that control. Who's going to be the one that's going to weigh in on management decisions on U.S. Steel? Will it be a Trump family member? Will it be one of his cabinet? I don't know. Somebody's going to have to get that role. But it feels like Nippon Steel's playing a smart game, right? They're sort of giving the Trump administration exactly the stuff that Trump likes, right? He likes the feel of having control, especially if it gives an opportunity for profit to him and his family. Then you know what? It's something that is attractive. So I don't know that X is going to be heavily tradable. It was on Friday. It had great like price action and movement right when that announcement came out in the last half hour of the market. But it's usually the volume drops off real quick. So it's got good pre-market volume. So maybe it'll still be in play. I mean, I guess it depends maybe if we get more news announcements on it. But might be worth keeping an eye on just in case. I'm sure someone in the room will let us know if and when it moves. But
Yeah, might be good, as you mentioned, just for a secondary, see if anything else comes out of it. Maybe a continuation play today, but for the most part, this stock, as you guys know, trades horrible. But again, it's just based on if any more news leaks out here that can move it one way or the other. But yeah, big day on Friday. Let's see if that's going to continue. All right, friends, let's take a look here. Let's look at what we have over in our YouTube chat. Oklo, OKLO this morning. We had some action on Friday, if you guys remember this. So today, not seeing much right now. We do got some good volume, 1.8 million shares traded. We're up 2.3. Might be worth watching. I got so many on my list already, though, guys. I'm gonna put in a secondary for now, but I do gotta fine tune this list. Is way too many. DJT's moving. Is it doing something? I have had so much bad luck with DJT, but yeah, see some action on it right now. We are getting some movement up 10%, right? So yeah, some activity happening here at the moment. I do want to see what that's about, so I will put it on my list just for entertainment here. But again, the price action on this one's a little funky. All right, let's take a look. GME. I saw a couple of people mentioning GME.
GME.
Yeah, it's back on the radar, trying to stay relevant, I guess. Last couple of days here has done something. I'm sure some astronauts that got caught here in December are probably very happy right now. The shuttle came back to kind of get them safe back home, hopefully, and we'll see. But for the most part, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this stock. Um,
No.
the way it trades, I prefer to watch something else. Peter, how about yourself?
Yeah, I agree. It's not been of interest to me for quite a while. So it just seems, well, from a fundamental point of view, it's ridiculous. It's still in the conversation. From a trading point of view, yeah, it just hasn't delivered on the promise of good price action. So.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for the compliments on the jacket. This jacket was worth $156. Actually, it's 189 minus 156 discount, so I got it for $32 over on Temu.com. So I should get a sponsorship for that little
Yeah,
airtime there.
you should.
Uh, but yeah. All right, friends. I think we're going to call it here. Again, there's so much on the gap up list this morning. You could pick your favorites. A little bit on the gap down today. But let's see. Let's see how this market develops, how things open up as we get to the market open. I think I like my list right now. It's not a blockbuster list, but I think it's good for the most part. We can always change as we move forward. What you are going to get value out of, except it's not this jacket, but you are going to get value out of bearwoodtraders.com. Head over to webinars, scroll down, and you can see everything that's happening for the next 2 weeks. Today is Tuesday, so today's Tuesday. And for those that were looking for the onboarding class yesterday, it will be done today at 7 p.m. So onboarding class tonight at 7 p.m. We're making up for yesterday. And then Peter's going to let you know what else is happening on this beautiful Tuesday.
I thought you were going to take it over. So yes, we're going to do the onboarding class tonight, everybody. So for those that look forward, especially if you joined over the long weekend, you haven't missed your opportunity to sort of get oriented with everything that we offer in the community. That's available to everybody of all classes, so of membership. So you can join Carlos in the onboarding room at 7. And then at 8 tonight, we will be having our strategy and trade book seminar series. So we're going to talk about the Camarilla pivot points and how to leverage them to do breakout trading. Phil is going to talk about that tonight. That's at 8 in the webinar room. And over the course of the day, so midday here, we do have 2 sessions at 11 and 12. These are for our elite members in the webinar room. They're going to be focused on small account trading at 11 and on Bookmap, which is a tool to be able to visualize market volumes at noon. So 11, 12, 7, and 8 today are when those sessions. Those are all market times. So hopefully you will join us for those sessions. Carlos talked about tradingterminal.com. Go there if you want information on the markets. And if you want to join us at Bearable Traders, bearabletraders.com. Where we like to see you.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
we've got a number of membership options. Our Memorial Day sale is still on. So if you want a discount on your Elite Annual, this is a full year access. You can get 50% off right now. So take advantage of that while it lasts, which we never know when it's going to disappear. Andrew is in Italy, so you might have another day or two as he continues to enjoy Italy. And we're not sure what exactly is happening. We did see some earlier pictures on social media or a little video of him at the villa overlooking the Naples. I don't know where he's, somewhere out in or outside of Naples, but he's. Well, I'm sure we'll get some updates. Def, the onboarding is at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. market time. So in the onboarding room. So there you go. All right, we're going to set some levels. We're going to get ready for this open this Tuesday. Don't forget, shortened week here. We're starting the week here on Tuesday, and we'll be with you right through Friday.
All right. All right, thank you, Peter. All right, friends, let's get some levels in here, and then we'll get this party started. So let's start here with QBTS. So QBTS right now, love the daily, has been moving very, very well. We've seen a lot of explosiveness out of this ticker. If you look towards the bottom, you have a lot of levels set already from the last 2 trading days here and here. And let's go to the left, because I think, we have not been here. This is all-time highs, if I can remember, right? Yes. Because the previous IPO all-time highs was like 1260. We blew by that already. So yeah, so there's nothing towards the top. We'll focus towards the bottom here, which is pretty much set for you. I'm going to mark down the low of the pre-market down at 1906. Once you do that, the highs and lows are doing a great job. Previous day close right on here as well. Again, you got plenty of the day of levels here. High of the pre-market is above at right at 20. So once you slam those two, high and low of the pre-market, you are set on QBT S this morning. So we're gonna just put this here, QBT S. Next one is gonna be PLTR. It's the next one on my primary list. So PLTR, friends, love the daily on this. We've just kind of been just struggling to get above this year. We're back at it, testing this area of resistance. You know, last time we did this, we lasted about three days before we slammed down again. But we're back at it, just slamming in against that one more time. So high of the pre-market is going to be 127.91. Towards the bottom, the low of the pre-market, 120, should be lower. Here it is, 125.55, which I'm not going to mark a level there because if you look at that 125.55, there is it's yesterday's last trading day's high right on there Friday, right? So pretty much to the T, you don't have to do anything there. You're pretty much set. I do want to mark this level right over here. It's around 124.66. There is some days opening, closing, and slamming into that, so I do want to have that level set. 124.66 could be a good one. And then towards the top, if we do move higher, we're going to take some levels from these last couple of spikes here, 129.60. Might be actually a little bit lower, 129.48. And then you do have another spike up here, 130.52. And then this will be a stretch, but just in case, this stock can be very explosive. We've seen it run here, 133, around 133.37, 133.37 towards the top. So once you do that, guys, you're pretty much set towards the bottom. As I mentioned, highs and lows doing a pretty good job. You don't have to mark anything else. Next is our good buddy Tesla. Again, always great to watch. Today, 3 million, almost 3 million shares traded, up 2.6 and giving us some good action in the pre-market. High of the pre-market right now, 349.80. So we'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, we do have a level right out, 345.17 is your low of your pre-market. If you zoom out a little bit here, we've just kind of been stuck in this range. We've talked about this range on Friday as well. And you can see here, we're near the top of that range. We'll call it 350. We'll call it 350 for now, right? That's the top of that range. The bottom of that range, we're looking around 335. Right, could be around 335 or so. So we just got that ping pong action. So a lot of levels on here. I did just mark the low and high of the pre-market at the moment. Towards the bottom, you got plenty of levels, so you're set there. And then towards the top, we're gonna mark down the high of this peak over here, 335.16. Once you do that, guys, you're pretty much set on Tesla. Again, looking pretty good this morning, giving us some nice moves right now as well. Let's see if that's gonna amount to anything. And let's look at PDD. PDD brought to you by this Temu $32 jacket that I got on today. But PDD here down 17.70. Again, big hit for them. And if we look towards the bottom low of the pre-market, 94 should be lower. Where's 94? Oh, right there, 94.01. So definitely mark that there. You can see the big drop this morning. And then right where the price action is at, right on it, there is a level we should mark down. It's around 98.55, right? So we'll mark that level there. You can see there's a couple of days slamming into that. We do want to have that as well. We also want to have this area right over here. Also, it's going to be 103.7. Here 109.66, and then you start slamming into your highs and lows for the last two trading days up there. On the lower side of things, clearly the big level of support is this one, 88.40. But you do have like a minor support resistance. It's going to be right at 91.87. Here's the reason why I like that, right? You got this day bouncing off right off of that. You got a couple of days here using that as support, and then here as resistance. So you got a lot of touches on there. Again, it's not your clean changing direction type level like this one here, but you do have a lot of touches that I think is worth noting, just in case you do drop lower on the way down below the low of the pre-market right now. So there it is. That's PDD. And then I have DJT on here as well. But again, wow, what's going on with DJT?
It is trading like a crazy stock.
What is happening?
Remember when you looked at it, Carlos? I mean, it was up 20%,
it was just here.
Then it was down 10%, then it was break even, now it's up 5% again. Like, this thing is all over the place in the last few minutes here. This is trading like a very volatile low float.
Yeah. What is the floor on DJT, by the way? I don't even know what the floor is.
100 million shares. 100, yeah.
All right, so I'm not sure what's going
So
on, but I will be watching here, entertainment purposes. We'll do some levels, although I don't know how good these levels are going to be until this settles down. But right here we do have 26.56 high of the pre-market. I mean, just spiked up to 30, 37. That's when we're talking about it was up almost 20% or whatever. And then here now we're down. It went down to 22.52 and now right back up. So again, pretty interesting action. We'll do some more levels as we keep going forward. But again, it just looks wild. But I do want to see what's taking place here. All right, Peter, what is our team watching this morning?
all right, our team are starting to get their lists in, and back at the beginning, let's see who was in first. Looks like Nathan was in first. He's going to watch as usual the Magnificent Seven and AMD. Jared's going to be watching RGTI, QBTS, Ion Q, CoreWeave. We didn't even talk about that this morning. CRWV, and of course Nvidia. Lenny's going to be keeping an eye on Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, NVO, or Rigetti Spaghetti, OKLO, and GME. Thor is going to be watching, well, his usual. He keeps an eye on the futures and see what happens there. Avi's watching his usual list as well. Brendan's going to be watching NVIDIA, PLTR, Apple, and DJT. I'm going to keep an eye on Tesla, NVIDIA, PLTR, X, PDD, and AMD. I've got no SPACs or IPOs to let you know about today. It looks like it's quiet on that front. Brian, who will be trading live in the chat room, is going to be trading Tesla, NVIDIA, PLTR, and PDD. And Phil is going to be keeping an eye on PLTR, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Apple. So, to the best of our knowledge, Andrew is not trading live this morning. He's having some internet connection. So, it's Brian and maybe Thor or somebody is going to join him. Someone I'm sure will jump in there and keep keep Brian company as they trade live through the open. And Carlos and I, of course, will switch over just to talk to our friends on YouTube. And anybody that wants to join us, give us a thumbs up and a like. We greatly appreciate it, and yeah, we'll get this day kicked off.
Yep, absolutely, friends. All right, let's as soon as somebody locks on here in chat, I'll disconnect. But for right now, let's get our charts ready. So we'll go 5 minute here, and then we'll do 1 minute on our main chat as well. Not chat, excuse me, charts here. So we are just getting everything set. All right, very good. This should be interesting. Start the week. Let me get my list. QBTS, PLTR, Tesla, PDD. Every time I say PDD, someone thinks I'm saying P. Diddy. No, that's not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying. I know his case has started, and it's just has been disgusting to say the least. I haven't read the details, but that's just kind of like the headlines. So, sucks for him. DJT. But like I always say, like, where's the rest of the people? Where's everybody else? Same thing with Epstein. Where's everybody else? You told me he was the only one. Where's everybody else? Like, one guy takes the hit and these other guys just, loosely go about their business. It seems like going to be the same thing with Puff Daddy. He's going to take the hit and everybody else is going to go about their business. So where is the rest of the scumbags that need to be arrested on this, right? So that's what we need. All right, let's see here. All right, I see Brian. Good morning, Brian. I'm going to disconnect from chat, and we'll let you to it.
All right. Let's get a chart up there, Carlos. We're looking at nothing.
Oh, yep. Here we go. We'll put something up here for now. DJT.
There we go.
We'll get something up here. All right. Excellent.
So, see what we get here. Why can't I get data? Where's my... There it is. Okay. For those of you that are using a DOS platform, you may have noticed whenever you have a long weekend, there's no trading for any given day. You always have to readjust some of your charts, like the 2 minute, bring in appropriate data. So make sure you do that. And what are we going to trade? I don't know. This DJT was just nutso for a few minutes. I don't know. Is the fun over? Is that it? Is that what was going to happen all day? It's possible. Definitely going to keep an eye on PDD here just to see what we get at the open. I think there's an opportunity here on it. So there's my 5-minute alarm. You know, it's really weird. Whenever we have a holiday, and and I always forget to turn off my alarms every single time. So I'm out doing things, and then my alarms start to ring. I'm like, oh, look at that! It's 5 minutes till the market opens,
Hmm.
but it's not opening today.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I've got to go and turn them all off.
No more baby oil. Short J&J. Yeah, it's just short J&J. We're not gonna. They lost a big customer, big time customer.
That feels a little offside there.
Yeah, yeah. It's insane. It's insane. But and then the thing is too, like, guys, we don't know. Like, there might be some people that went to these parties that are really innocent and they really don't know. They did not know what was going on, and then there's some other ones that do and just kept their mouths quiet, right? But I don't think everybody usually that goes to these events knows what's happening.
Okay.
You know, they might not get back
Paris.
to the
We
after
got
party
Paris
or whatever.
live in the chat room this morning with Brian, so that should be
Yeah,
an
see him.
interesting open trading.
He's in Vancouver, right? Still, so he's waking up early, which I know he's not having fun with that. Is he still in Vancouver? I think he is, based on his
Yeah,
background.
yeah, I think he's going to be there for a while. He's staying with some family for a month or so. Great.
Lots of insider selling on Google. Is that something you guys are into considering? Not really. I mean,
Google.
Google. I'm not a fan of the way it trades. I think out of the Max Sevens, it's one of the tougher ones to trade. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if that gives us any movement.
Mm. Let's see. What do we got?
Yeah, Rhinos. I'm with you, man. I haven't gotten around to download Truth Social, but I should. I think every trader should have Truth Social and follow Trump, of course, because his tweets they come right out before anybody else. Like, not even Bloomberg Terminal is gonna get it that fast. I tell you that much. That's the fastest way to get what's happening when he does release
Right.
something. I just don't want another social media platform. It's just I have plenty. Is Truth Social an X account? No, Truth Social is a platform. So Truth Social is an actual platform like X. It's basically a copy of X with you know, different features, but it looks exactly the same. It looks just like Twitter. Nvidia. Do I have Nvidia on my list? I have it as a secondary. Yeah, Nvidia and a couple of things are dumping here. So it could be overall market taking a slide. Yeah, if you look at the SPY, it just seems like a lot of things are just sliding a little bit here. QBTS, POTR,
Yep.
Tesla. Yeah, overall move right now. All right,
Nvidia
so
is
mhm.
dropping. We
Yeah,
head
see
towards
that.
the open here.
UT, HIMS, AMD.
We need a chart again, Carlos.
Yeah, hold on, I'm writing my list on the. You know how you write your list, it doesn't show tickers. I'm writing my
Uh,
list here. Yeah. Like when you write on the watch
there's
list,
my,
as you pressing enter, it doesn't show a ticker.
all right.
That's what I was
There's
doing.
my 1 minute alarm. So guys, we're getting ready for the open here again. PDD. I'm worried that the volume's dropped off a lot on it. The DJT also, so the volume's really dropped off. Whereas the volume's only picking up on Nvidia. So we'll see what happens. All right, there's the bell. We have We have liftoff. Getting a pop, NVIDIA. Pop.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, friends, as usual, no trading for me in the first 3 minutes. We'll let things settle down and see what the action is and where we can find a VWAP breakout or a 5-minute ORB. So patience, wait for your setup. This is not a horse race where you hit the bell and you have to, hit the button. Take your time with your setup and quality over quantity always. Okay. Let's see here.
I was watching NVIDIA for a pop and drop here, and I got distracted on PDD and missed the opportunity. Oh, look at NVIDIA drop. Oh, Paris took that trade in the chat. Oh, darn it. I don't let myself get distracted everywhere.
All right, let's see DJT selling off here. Pretty nice.
So I have gone short PDD, and
All right,
got
let's
out of
go.
break even. I just don't want the risk on it. It's a little jumpy.
Yeah.
Yikes. Picked the wrong horse. Should have looked at NVIDIA here. So NVIDIA had a great drop off the open.
Yeah, yep. GME, yeah, see that, guys. GME up 80 cents on this candle alone, or 60 cents. Yeah, it's active. It's definitely active. If you like this one, friends, this is definitely one to watch. Definitely doing some stuff. All right, here's a 3-minute mark, so I'll be looking for any action. Oh, QBTS looked good for sure here. Not right when it was at 1905. I do like this breakdown of the 1 minute. Let's see what the 5-minute looks on QBTS. See how that ends up. But this was a good breakdown for the low of the day there. Like, this setup is nice, right? I like to see that. The drop, tricycles up. Look at the buying pressure, and again push down, and then you're at a level as well. That's a textbook short there. It's gone now, though. It's way too extended now.
It's gone now.
It's gone now. Yeah. PLTR. What do we have here? PLTR. PLTR could be a good short if it sets up that way, but man, it's so choppy at times. I've been chopped up in the past and the first couple of trades, and then it settles down and gives you this beautiful trend, either whether up or down. But the first couple of minutes, they could be a little bit tough here. Let's see what we get. Very, very weird and nasty 5-minute candle. Look at this thing. It's not as clean. Not as clean, so.
Oh, darn it.
All right, here we are coming up in 5 minutes. It's just messy. We'll leave that alone. POTR is doing this messy trading. QBTS. Quantum. Is all Quantum selling off? Yeah, I see QBT as well. So Quantum stocks taking a hit. DJT also losing some ground.
I did try another short here on PDD. Got a short just above the VWAP. Took a
This
quick
looks
partial.
better.
Let's see if we can get down to 98.
Yeah,
Take
it
some
looks
more
good.
off here.
Also coming up on a 5-minute engulfing pattern. Hopefully, you get more sellers there too. If people are looking for that setup. Oh man, QBTS. This was nice.
Yeah, QBTS really big sell off there, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's down $1 from where I would have got it my entry at. So
DJT also selling off here this morning.
yeah, yep. Another one's also showing some weakness here.
I seem to have picked the difficult stock here, trying to trade PDD. Nvidia back at the lows here. I know that Paris has sold it short, and he added to it, and he's continuing to take advantage of that.
Nice, nice.
I'm still waiting for PDD to break below 98 here. I want it to get down to low of day, hopefully. It's getting some support here at 98. A lot of orders setting up on PDD at 98, but it's getting support just above that level. So come on, break it. Here we go. We're at 98 right now. Oh, it's holding here. Is it going to break? There we go. There we go. Taking a partial. Wow, we got like a 30-cent pop right down there.
Yeah,
I got filled right at the bottom.
nice.
That's awesome.
Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, guys, Peter's short PDD. He's short on this one. Yeah. It looks good. Looks like it's gonna go lower. Break the low of the day here. Yeah, there it is. Nice.
And let's zoom this in for people here. PDD. So you can see. Let me just share a screen. I don't often have trades to share with you guys at this time of day. So here you can see. Oh, maybe it's off the screen there a little bit. Here, Carlos, I can move this in. Wait, where's my? There it is. Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Now you can see the trade a little bit better. I need to make my triangles bigger, but anyways, this entry is I just above $99, and you can see that I actually tried 3 times. First time I got out just above break even. Tried another short, got stopped out as it moved up, and then when I saw the weakness, I got back in. So, and this has made back my losses, and hopefully we can put some good money in the bank. We'll see where this thing goes. And just take another
Nice,
partial
man.
here quickly.
Great trade. And it looks like it's gonna keep going.
In this one.
Yeah,
I hope so.
weak. Look at that. Look at the bids. 97.50 is just coming in heavy.
So
see if they can pull it down.
So we'll see where we go with that and where we get, but it's, what else we got going on out there?
I'm looking, man. I don't find anything I love. Tesla looks like it wants to go high. I just don't have a strategy for that, but it looks like it wants to break that high and continue. But for me, it's to extend this. So I don't have a play here on Tesla. It looks strong today, though. Could be with that. With the what was the BYD news? There was some news that they were like
They were
down.
losing market share. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's not good. Good for Tesla, not good for them. Um,
Well, I don't think Tesla's picking up the difference. It's going to some of the other Chinese competitors, but
yeah. Let's see here. PLTR eventually sold off. Man, I miss some really good moves I would normally would take today. So yeah, I miss
got to
some
get
really good
back into the
opportunities.
swing of things.
I know, man. What's going on?
It must be you took the leather jacket off. That's what did
I
it.
took the
Maybe
leather jacket. I should have kept the leather jacket on. It was getting too hot in here. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep this on. I want to trade comfortably. I should have kept it on for at least the first trade. Um,
Yeah.
and we had a long weekend, man. The kids are off today too. Kids, since we haven't had
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of snow days, didn't have a lot of snow days for the winter. They turned today into a snow day. They turned Friday into a snow day. So they've been having a longer weekend. So they've been partying it up. So yes,
Wow.
they're home today. SMCI. Yep, I do see it. The breakout trying to happen. Let's see if it doesn't collapse here.
Yeah, it's just under VWAP, so it's tough.
All right, let's see here. Let's see what we got going on. Dum, dum. AMD pushing above the VWAP. Let's see if I can get some kind of pullback and then breakout, but looking interesting here right now. GME. Did it get halted? Oh, it did. No, it didn't. No. GME is good. This GME is good.
Yeah, and PDD has not really broken down. It's sitting just above where I took my last partial, so we might have to hang around for a while in this one. We'll see what happens. No rush on these trades. Now that I'm in, I can just let the. I'm always comfortable letting my size ride, right? I only have
Yeah.
about 20% of my shares left because I was really doing it just for that initial break. But I'll let
Mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm.
20%. It'll either go up and stop me out of break even, or I'm going to hang on to this and it will we'll get another dollar or two. I mean, I really want to get down to the 97. The low of the pre-market is 97.30. I'd like to get down to that level.
No, 93. Law of the
93.
pre-market is
Oh, see,
93, 93,
oh,
98.
see, this is
It
where the
changes. It changes once the market opens. It
yeah.
changes to the law of the day. Yeah. So
Hmm.
in the pre-market, it's the law of the pre-market, and here's what we're talking about, guys. For those that don't know, so this range here,
Look at that.
in the pre-market, it shows the law of the pre-market. Once the market opens, it shows the law of the day.
All
So it
right.
does change. Yeah, yeah. It caught me
Yeah.
too one time. Like, what the heck is going on here? Then I realized, okay, I'm not going crazy. It just changes.
Right. So 94 looks like 94.01 might be the low of pre-market. So
Yeah.
wow, so that gives me lots of room.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got
it's
lots of room here, man. If you can get
lots of
going,
room to wait
this.
this thing out.
Oh yeah.
As
Oh
long as
yeah.
it doesn't, go back to my break even, then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sure. maybe I'll hang on to this for as long as it takes.
Yep.
See what happens.
A new low here will be great. On the 5 minute, get a new low going. There it is. Just trying. That will be nice. Break that low of the day. Man, I have nothing. I came ready to go. Have my coffee. Have my jacket. I'm just pumped, and just nothing has caught my attention here. Yeah, AMD is the one that looks like it's trying to do something. So here's the breakout candle above the VWAP. We need a pullback, and then the strength. It might actually do this. It might actually go now because if you look at it, it's already been consolidating here. So it might not even give you a pullback. This might be the breakout happening here, and then use the VWAP as your support. That might be the trade already in AMD. What's our risk rewards? We risk 113. No, we gotta do risk more. 112 to try to get 114. Yeah. I would need a pullback. I would take the trade. We need a pullback. We need to wait for our setup. Like you can jump in here and it can work out. That's great, but that's not my play. So I'll be jumping the gun here. I need to pull back. I need the strength going green. So I need this down. I need this up, and that's our entry, right? So or else I'm just not trading my plan, and the outcome is it's not gonna I can't quantify this. But yeah, it looks like it wants to go now. Looks like it's ready to rock and roll. STG 710 says, "Come on, Carlos, join us." So you're long AMD already? It's good play, man. It's good play. I like it here off the VWAP, but again, I want to start the week off good, man. Following my plan. Don't want to get loose. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. It's a nice breakout, guys. If you took this one, really nice.
My trade here, we're back at the low of day on PDD. We'll see if it can actually break down or it's going to bounce again.
Looks so good for a short period, especially on the 5 minute. This looks so good, man.
It looks like here.
Let's see if it can break. Come on, breakdown. Instead of this, there's some of the bits showing up. There it is. More bits, 97.30. Let's see. Come on, pull the price down.
They're holding it here so far.
They're holding, yeah. If it breaks down, I expect a nice little flush.
Yep.
HIMS at VWAP. Thanks for the call out. This looks good. Yeah. All right, let's see HIMS getting above this VWAP. All right, we got our eyes on HIMS to see if we can get our play here. Let's see if we get our play. SMCI, no, I haven't traded nothing yet. I haven't traded anything yet. SMCI, I don't know. I find it messy, man. I like HIMS much better for what we're looking for here.
You like HIMS, eh?
HIMS.
Yeah, HIMS is a little cleaner. I'll give you that.
Yeah, let's see how this setup ends here. Let's look at the 1 minute. No, don't leave. Hang out. Yeah, come drop. Then we go together. Don't leave without me. It looks like it just wants to go, guys, but I'm not gonna chase it. I'm not gonna trade it here, but it looks like it wants to just take off here. All right, that's better. Nice pullback. Volume is not great on it. All right, here. So here's the candle. We need strength here to 55.50. That will be my entry signal. Maybe a little bit lower, 55.45. We need to push. We need to confirm that we are actually being strong here. And we're not just like this right now. It's not good. This right here, this could just be, yeah, see, that's not good. We need that strength there. 30 seconds left. Show us you want to push. Okay, I'm long hymns. So we are seeing good strength here.
You jumped in, eh? Okay.
Yeah, see if we can get this. Definitely our move here. Let's see if we can get at least a 56. This will be nice. Price action is just so like weird on this thing. It's not fluid like it is on other tickers. But we've seen it do that before and it still trades very well. So let's see if we can get our push higher. And our good buddy Hims.
Come on, good buddy Hims. Hope Carlos that.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll buy your product next. Know about Timu. I'll buy Hims product next for my hair loss.
Right.
There's no volume, guys. This thing has no volume. It's so low. I'm definitely not liking that. So that's not good.
It's funny how everybody ends up with their own favorite stocks. So we've got the chat room. Gary, one of our moderators, Gary L, is like, "Why is no one listening to me on snow? It's the easiest of all trades." Well, it's always easy if you get in and it works for you.
Yeah,
You know, like
it's yeah. It's not easy. Again, what could be easy for him cannot be easy for me or you. Like everybody's so different, you know. And that's something people gotta understand with trading. It's not a set thing. It's not a cookie cutting system. All right, so I'm gonna bail on him. It's not working. Let's see if we hold above 55, but it's just there's just the volume. It's not great. So jumping out of it, we can always jump back in. So 50-cent loss there. But yeah, it's just not working. Not working on this. Now we're getting great volume as we're selling down here, so that's good. But we didn't get no volume on the way up at all on HIMS. Tesla, DJT, bounce back. GME, oh, GME lost it back to the open. QUBT, HIMS. HIMS not trading good. AMD, AMD was a good breakout, guys. Hopefully you guys took this here. That was nice. Went all the way to 114. That's what I would have been looking for, that target up there. NVIDIA. Give him NVIDIA. Let's see what NVIDIA does here. That could look interesting too. Candy took AMD. Who else took AMD? A lot of you guys called it out. It's just I didn't see anything I like on it, but it did trade very, very nice. Raytrix, you did well today. Very good, very good. NVIDIA with a quick head fake and right back aggressive below the low of the VWAP. QUBT, trying a lot of stuff sold off. So a lot of great short opportunities right at the open. Man, DJT, PDD, not Tesla, PLTR. It's a great short. QBTS, and then they're all just starting to bounce back now. Starting to get to to the VWAP. You took it good, man. I'm glad. Yeah, I should have taken AMD. I hesitated. All right. Well, Sims is back above the VWAP. Are we doing something this time?
All right, I'm hanging in here. The PDD came roaring back. Let's see what it does. I might not get my move. What else we got going on? I know some people are still watching NVIDIA. Paris is hanging out there on NVIDIA. Do we still have our screen? Oh, we're still sharing in the chat room, Carlos.
Oh, we are? Well, let me not create confusion. We'll take that out of the way. QUBT. I'm sure it's gotta take up bandwidth having 3 shares instead of 2.
Yeah.
So why do that? QBT is doing my setup right below the VWAP. Usually this setup I would want to see it at the VWAP, right? This breakout, pullback, strength. Do we trust this breakout here? Risk. What was the previous day close? 1330 to 14. It's not bad. 2 to 1. Yeah, I like QBT here, guys. I'm gonna go long off this setup, off the previous day close. So my stop has to be just below the previous day close because I need to give it enough room to use the previous day close as support. So 13 and 20 or so will be my stop. Hopefully can hold the previous support here. But man, it's not looking good. The minute I got into this thing, you start going in my direction against me. What the heck? Man, today's one of those days, huh? Everything I touch is like the minute I get in, okay, we got him. Let's go south.
You know
What's
what?
going on here, man? It's like, okay, he's in. Have you seen those reels, those videos where it's like the guy's trading and the guy makes a phone call? He's like, yeah, we got him. Go short now. And then he gets mad. He gets out. And he gets into another position. He's like, all right, he's in the other way. Go the other way. I'm like, dude, it is the funniest thing that's happening to me right now. Man,
that's what it feels like, though, doesn't it?
That's what it feels like, but yeah. But it's the funniest thing. Some days you feel like that, man. It is hilarious. Look at my entry. It's like at the top. Like I started. Well, somebody else got caught above me here, but man, it's like I started the drop. It's unbelievable.
Well,
1320 will be out of this.
Consolation, Carlos, but it's not personal. They really aren't.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me.
They really aren't targeting you.
I done this in sim, and I thought it was in real life, and I was not in the market. And it was the same type of play. Like it felt like every time I got in, it went against me because I was over trading, thinking I was in a live account, right? So I know it's not personal. It's all just me, man. It's all you. The market's gonna do what the market's gonna do.
Exactly.
Let's see if we can get lucky and get above 13, stay above 1320. SMCI, yeah, beautiful breakout, man. It's just again, I'm picking the wrong horses today, as Peter mentioned earlier. That's happening to me today. Look at the breakout here, beautiful pullback, and then this would have taken long, but I'm picking the wrong stuff today, man. Unfortunately. So let's see if QUBT can hold here, but it's not looking good. This looks more like a VWAP projection, more than anything. So let's see. Let's see if we can stay. I did mention earlier. Yeah, I did. I did mention SMCI earlier. I mentioned AMD. I've been mentioning a lot of great stuff, and I'm taking the other things that are not great. Don't know what's going on. But once in a while you have those days, man. It's just not in sync. Happens. Happens. I'll go back and rejournal these trades, and I can already see that this trade is. I already see what my comments are going to be on that journal. It's not going to be good.
Oh my god.
What you got?
Oh, just my trade. It's like literally coming up to a penny below my stop, and it hasn't stopped. Has it stopped me? No, it hasn't. I'm still in it.
Oh, you have a stop order on it, right?
Yeah, I just put a stop order in, and I just wait. If it gets hit, it gets hit, right? So
yeah.
But we'll see what happens. It's like. So my stop is like 99.01 on PDD, and look where the price action is sitting right now.
I'm looking at it. Yeah.
It's just 1 penny. If it goes up one more penny, they're holding it at 99. The last minute, what was the high of the last minute candle? 99. This candle. 99. I guess it showed that I put my stop at the right level, because if it breaks 99, it's because my break even is like 99.03, so sometimes I just move it down by a couple of cents, because you're gonna expect some slippage, right? So
yep.
I'm worried that this thing, if it's gonna pop like 10 cents, and then I'll have like all sorts of slippage.
Yep. SMCI still going, James? Yeah, man, that was a good one. Again, I can't be mad about today. Had a lot of opportunities, man. POTR is the first one here, the short. SMCI, AMD. I mean, there's just so many, and I pulled the trigger on the weird stuff for whatever reason. But we'll see. Looks like we might get lucky here. We came down to 12. We didn't hit our stop at 13.20, and let's see if we can get something. High of the day would be nice. 13 on this thing. That'll be awesome. Yeah, I'm still in it, T-Man. We barely survive. Our stop is 13.20. So, and the reason why I picked that stop is because these days over here, right? So we want it to be below the previous day close, but then the next technical level is like these candles here, right? So we put it there, see if that's we want the buyers to come in, and somehow they came in. Buyers came in right at that same spot and pushed this high, right? So let's see if we can get a good look here. AMD still going, I bet, because I'm not in it. Look at that. Yes. SMCI.
Because you're not in it.
Of course. QBT, GameStop trying to recover, DJT, PDDs pulling off 99, which is good. Peter's still in it, still surviving.
That's good. It's crazy, but still alive, barely.
Yeah.
But all right.
Tesla strong. Very nice. All right, let's see here. Okay. All right, got a nice breakout. I'm gonna try to hold to 14 as much as possible. If we can.
When that happens, it's just so weird.
What happened?
Look at Just here, I'll just show you my chart again. We'll
Yeah.
put it back up on the screen. You can just see where look where my stop's been set there for a while, but like it's the candles are
Wow.
like
Yeah.
right up to under where you could see my stop. I don't know if you can see it well. Doesn't look like it shows as well on YouTube, is it? It
I
does on
see
my
it
screen, but
on here, so I can
yeah.
see your stop. Yeah, it's very light, but you can see it.
Anyway, here we can maybe we can convert this to where's a here's a white chart. This is to show better. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
this one doesn't show
Doesn't
my
show the.
trades here. Trade
Yeah.
show orders. So there you go. That probably shows better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now it's look, it's coming right back up. Let's see if this time it stops me out.
Yeah.
This is just I don't normally trade this, and this is why, right? Because I just don't like the way it moves like this. But it's what I had my eye on at the open, so I was
Yeah.
watching,
Yeah.
and look at this. They're just playing with the price now.
Yes, it's a funky day.
Funky day.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla's strength today was very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. So it took off here. Beautiful breakouts. All right, so here it is. QUBT couldn't get no movement, no continuation. So 1320, I'll be out, guys. That's my stop on this one. Might still be a long, but I might not be able to survive the swing on it. I don't want it to go back to the low of the day. It's just dropping too much here. Hoping for the previous day close to act as support, but it's failing to do that right now. That's my hopes here, that the previous day close will continue to push this higher if it can. Apple, what do you got going on? Apple. Yeah, nice move there on Apple.
Got to give credit to Paris in the chat room. He traded Nvidia short off of the pop, and then when he saw the strength come in, he reversed that position and he's gone long, just above VWAP, and now he's milking that one. So he's doing really well.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
Yeah. These sellers.
Oh, here's my cue to jump out of this. We came right to it. Yeah, I'm out of this. So QBT didn't work out. Looks like it wants to be a short, maybe back to the low of the day, but I'm out of that one. A little bit of slippage there. You could tell a lot of people were holding there because the minute it got to 1320, a bunch of bids just showed up, like it just popped up. So you could tell it's a lot of people that had the same idea as I did at that level, giving the technicals of the chart. Him's just gonna go now. I'm just not in sync with the market today, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm just not in sync with what's going on. But Hims looks like it wants to break out now. Let's see what we got going on here. CR CoreWeave. CoreWeave's been very active. Man, where is this stock going? Man, this is, look at this.
Right now,
up.
The answer is nowhere.
CoreWeave? No, CoreWeave.
Yeah. Oh, CoreWeave. Okay,
CRWV.
WV, yeah.
It's just right back up. 119.50 is the level I have up here. Must be a high of the pre-market from the last time we were up in this area. But this stock is just wild, man. Wild, wild. All right. So yeah, I don't see anything else I like, guys. And obviously, I'm not trading too well today, so I'm not taking any more trades. But we'll see and wait. But we're gonna just wait to come back tomorrow. At least for me.
Wow, look at all the orders on Nvidia at 135. Paris is playing this. Awesome.
Damn, 36, 37,000. Am I reading that right? Or 300? Yeah,
Yeah,
37,000. Yeah, yeah, that's
that's
big.
there's two different order sets. There's like 500,000 shares just sitting there.
Yeah, that's big, man. That
Yeah,
is big, big, big.
yeah.
All right, at 35. What is 35? Is that like a daily or something?
I don't know. I mean, it's a nice
It's,
round number, but other than that, I don't think it has any special significance. Other than somebody's
yeah, I don't
clearly
see
looking to
anything.
snell at that price.
Yeah, yeah. Today's AI, not quantum. Yeah, it could be, right? Could be, could be. DJT didn't do anything. PDD. Man, PDD is just right. It's still in this, Peter. Still
Yeah.
surviving.
Oh yeah. It actually has not, like, look at how many minutes it's hit 99, and it
Yeah,
just has
this
not
is
hit 99.01. Like, literally, my stop is
wow,
99.01,
man.
and I'm
This
just
will
still hanging in.
this will
It's weird.
literally, if
There-
it can break through this, it's gonna be such a nice flush. That's usually what happens. Like if you try so hard like this,
Yeah,
buyers just give up and just poof,
yeah,
down to 98.
yeah.
Hopefully that happens for you there.
We'll see. Yeah. Probably, Murphy's Law says it's going to hit the 99.01, and then it's going to drop. But it's all right. It's fun. This is actually fun just to watch. I mean,
Yeah. It's exciting.
it's
Oh, it's exciting now that you've taken a lot of the profits off. It would not be
right,
exciting if
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
a whole
yeah. If
different
this was my
conversation.
Yeah, if I hadn't, been able to profit on the way down, then yes, then it would just be annoying.
Yeah,
So
yeah, facts. Hood share, yeah, I do see Hood another good break out here, but again, just today, so many good opportunities. I just couldn't capitalize on any of this stuff here. Um, so we'll we'll come back tomorrow. We'll be at it again for sure. But yeah, today's um not the market's fault. It gave us plenty, and you guys took advantage of that. So good on that. Long on TSLL and AMDL. I'm assuming well, I know Tesla TSLL. Yeah, man, great move there. And then AMDL. I haven't seen this one. I'm sure it's in AMD, of course, but I've never seen this one. Yeah, it doesn't move a whole lot though, right? It's a couple of cents. That's not bad. Not bad. Who's on? Yeah, I'm glad you took the good trades I called out, not the bad ones.
yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, Carlos, thank you for calling those trades out." I'm like, "Ah, everybody took all the good stuff I called out, and they left me with the garbage, man." It happens. It happens. It happens. It's
Yeah.
okay.
The good news is, Carlos, we got to the point in our trading journeys where we can actually laugh about it, right? Because
Right?
they're
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
easy to just get angry, like so frustrated and angry because
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just not working, and we get that. We've been there.
Been there. Been there.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Look at QUBT. It became actually a great short. This rejection, this VWAP rejection, Could it hold the previous day close and then just the collapse
Get
down
those
to
orders.
the low? It's pretty nice.
Nvidia, those orders are still just there. They haven't been taken at what 135. It seems to be a day for level holding again. My PDD that I'm watching so far holding this level. Look at it. I'm watching all these orders get processed at $99, and it just won't pop a penny above that. Nvidia can't
Mm,
seem to get through the 135 level.
yeah, yeah.
You even what you were watching, Carlos. I mean, you traded at a reasonable spot, and it just couldn't get through the couple of levels. And
Couldn't get through it, man. Yep, yep. Could not break through. PDD is gonna drop. Looks like it's taking too long to break
Look at
out.
this. Paris has gone short PDD right here.
Yeah,
So there you go. Come on,
good,
Paris.
good.
Use your massive volume and push this thing lower.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna drop. It has that look like it's gonna sell down. The way the bids are popping up now. Let's hope. Let's hope. PLTR. Trying to get to high of the day. SMR, yeah, man. This thing, yeah, took off here. So many great trades today. Hims is probably gonna go now, but I'm not gonna chase it. X Core Weave. Amazon. Oh yeah, this is some of you guys mentioned Amazon. Let me take a look at another. Yeah, man, it's just rough. A little bit of rough start, and look at this great trade here. Breakout above the VWAP and just taking off here. So a lot of the Max 7s showing some strength as we kick off this week. You can see Meta, you can see Apple. What about Microsoft? Microsoft a little bit as well. Tesla looking good. So I got plenty of stuff that traded very well. MSTR. What did that do? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, down almost what? $18 here. Yeah, it's a pretty nice drop. Really nice drop from the open on MSTR. I find it hard to trade though, man. It's got to be very, very careful on this one. Apple. Yeah, Apple's putting in a nice 5-minute candle here. Could possibly push up higher. I just don't want to put no more risk on for today, to be honest. But this does look good, like it wants to get going. Got the VR breakout. You need to pull back. You need the volume to keep coming. But I'm not putting on no more risk today, man. I'm gonna call it for today. Tesla breakout. Look at that.
There you go. Nvidia got through that 135.
There's a lot of strength in the market today. Like you had a couple of things that are not doing so hot, like the quantum stuff, but they're not doing hot because look at their daily. I mean, they've been crushing it the last couple of days. So obviously some profit taking. There's a lot of stuff that's doing pretty good today.
Yeah.
Like, except PDD.
Well, I mean, we started strong, right, with a big gap up, and then it looks like we're going to get sort of a sell off at the open, and then it's all come right back. So
Yeah. Yeah.
decent strength on the market overall today.
Very nice.
makes it tougher a little bit, I think, to identify trades, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, yep. How the X trade? X messy start, had one again what seems to be a good move here, but then now back to his really wicky, very low volume trading. So that's why we usually don't watch it, because look at the start. The start's pretty bad, right? Yes, you have one spike here. You don't know when this is coming. This is just random out of nowhere. You have better chance looking at other things. Again, depending how you trade, right? The way we trade, this wouldn't be ideal. GameStop is making my move. GameStop, you are making this. This is it. This is the entry right here on GameStop. Breakout, pullback, strength into the next candle. Okay, last trade, I promise. But this is my
Look
move.
at that.
I'm gonna
knew that
take
would
it.
happen.
I'm gonna take it. Let's go. Let's go YOLO for the end of the trading day today. Oh man. And it's funny, it's the cleanest move I've seen of the VR breakout today. It came on GameStop. The other ones were very suspect. This one's clean. If this one that fails, I can't be mad. But that's a very clean breakout here. Now the problem is this stock is random. Like this stock, I don't know how well it follows technicals, man. It's very memey. That's the one issue with this thing. So let's see if the memes guys are with us today.
So Carlos, I got stopped out of PDD, and as expected, right when it finally did break 90, it broke up. So my stop was at 99.01. I got filled at 99.22. So as expected,
Wow.
some
Yeah,
slippage
you
there.
did
But
expect some of it. Yeah. It was such a hard level to break. Look at the volume flowing in, right? So yeah, I get that. All right, let's see if we can get some juice here on GameStop. Let's go. Welcome to Ape Nation. Mental game. I don't know about all of that, but oh man, I like the stock. I can't trade it well for the most part. Now when it's doing all that fancy high flying stuff with a lot of volume, I'm just not. I don't have a strategy for it. So let's see. GameStop, like Andrew says, I want to be part of history. Oh man,
that could be dangerous being part of history.
Yep.
Sometimes you're on the wrong side of history.
That's true. Very, very true. Let's see if GameStop can get us something going here. Man, no volume came in. Like we had decent volume and then we're just dying out. Like it's not good. We need to hold the line, guys. Hold the line.
Hold the line.
I had a good run on NVIDIA. See you tomorrow. Take care, Philip. What NVIDIA looks like today? Let's take a look. NVIDIA. Yeah, man. It's just a lot of the Max 7 is just pushing higher. This was very, very nice. So good job, man. Good job. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can get something out of this. Then we'll go enjoy the kids. They're off today. See what we can get into. NVIDIA. What else we got going on? So after this, guys, Paris will be joining us here, and Brian, they'll be on YouTube. So stick around for that. They're going to be coming on in a couple of minutes here. And you can see what the trades that Paris took today. And hit that thumbs up as well, guys. Really appreciate it. Start off the week Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, 279. Oh, 279 likes. That's awesome, guys. For Tuesday slash Monday, that's not bad. That's not bad. We'll take it.
Tuesday, Monday.
Yeah, Tuesday, Monday, that's not bad. We definitely take it.
Wow, that pop on PDD, it's something else.
It had to be, man, because it took so long to get going. Like, it's just look at
Yeah,
this thing, man. It's just wind up. Like, look how tight this. Well, I know you know because you obviously been watching. But look at
yeah,
this,
yep.
and it's just got tighter and tighter and tighter, and then boom, finally here, just gave away.
I should have flipped my
Awesome,
position.
man.
I could have reversed it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not something I do very
That's
well, so
awesome.
it's not. I'm not normally. It's not my first thought.
Yeah, I've been burned so many times with that reversal thing. I just don't do it. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, on a case like this where you have so much time to analyze it, makes sense. All right, come on, GameStop, to the moon, rockets. Let me put rockets in chat. Maybe that can help. Maybe that does something. Rockets in chat. There we go. Maybe that can get the memes to get going here on
Yeah.
GameStop. Let's see rockets help. Let's see if it does something.
All right. Well, let's.
Me call. Me text Kitty to start worrying Kitty to send something out.
Let me help you out. We'll
Peter's putting rockets
we'll
and
jump in.
moons. Let's
We'll
go.
all jump in.
This is um this is a very epic time in trading. This GameStop and AMC, like this was something never seen, man. We're part of history on that, Peter. When they do
We were.
documentaries, hopefully the pre-market show comes out and they,
Yeah, they'll talk about us as part of it.
yeah. Oh man, this is awesome. I did any of us hop in GameStop back then? I think I had a couple of trades, not on the time that it was actually happening, like the big move was happening. I had a couple of trades after, but most of us were just in shock watching what the heck is this? Like we were just
Yeah,
enjoying the actual. We were just like a movie. We were just
yeah.
watching
Oh
the
yeah.
action.
Guy, I think for like 3 days in a row, I remember saying, "Oh my God, it's at like $25. Can you imagine
Yeah,
getting in here? That'd be crazy." And then the next day it's at 60, and I'm like, "Oh my God, can you imagine getting in here?" And then the next
yeah,
day
it
it's
was
at 200,
300.
and I'm like, "Oh
Like
my God, can you imagine getting in?" Like I did trade it a couple of times, but it was meant as a scalp trade. So I traded, I got a few bucks, and I got out. 'Cause I'm
yeah,
like, I'm not going to hang on to this. It could drop to half its price. I'm not, I
right.
don't want to get stuck in that.
We
But
never
because you
seen
never know.
anything
You never.
like it, man.
No,
So it was
exactly.
new. It was new. It was yeah, it was awesome.
Well, especially doing it like day after day, right? Like that was the
Right.
thing that was so unique that it wasn't just, you get 1 day, 2 day pops. We see those in like biotechs and things all the time. But for thing, it just kept going like
Right.
for
And then
multiple days in a
knowingly
row.
that there it was actually retail traders pushing it, like you knew, like
Yeah,
it was actual retail traders pushing it. It's like
yeah.
it's
And that
crazy,
was, you're
crazy,
right. That was the
crazy.
unique thing because normally you don't know what's going on. Here we're
Right.
like, we know, like, you started to follow. I mean, that's the only time I followed the Wall Street bets, and you follow the
Yeah,
theme, and
yeah.
people were like losing their minds. And yeah,
It's
it was,
great. Rockets like in chat, like rockets
oh, yeah,
and this and that
oh,
and
yeah,
oh man, a lot of memes were created that day, during that
oh,
time for
yeah,
sure. Came
yep.
to life. Diamond hands, like it was just
Yeah, oh,
wild,
yeah.
wild.
Paper hands, diamond hands, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good times, good times. All right, GameStop is falling apart, failing. It's just not getting no lift, no win, no volume.
Yeah.
Just nothing is working. Yeah, so we'll stop out here. How many shares I took? Not a lot, man. 500. Not a lot. I'm not doing well today, so taking a little bit less size. I'm not gonna be loading the boat when things are not going well for me.
My
Yeah,
my alarm went off. That's my 10:30. You know, is the market going to change direction here? This, if it is,
yeah.
this is around the time it's going to.
All right, let's see if we could change direction to the top. We need to hold this VWAP, guys. So I got like a 25-cent stop on this. It's got to stay above the VWAP. I don't want to see it close below the VWAP. So we'll see where it goes. All right, I see Brian. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Carlos.
Hey, how are
Morning,
you?
Brian.
Good morning, Peter.
Let me get the sound to the
Good morning,
chat.
everybody. Yeah,
Um, and oh,
this was interesting morning.
Yeah, you and Paris are having lots of fun. I was watching Paris on Nvidia short and long, and he was in PDD with me. I was trading this off the open, so I was sitting in it with a stop at 99.01 for like 40 minutes, and finally
I
took me
had to
out.
restart the chat
It
here.
was
Let me
nuts.
see. All right, let me see if that works now. So let's go. Okay, I think they can hear us now. Can you guys hear us in chat? Nope, I don't think that's working. What happened?
Morning, everybody. Yeah, no, I'd say my biggest regret was I had two levels on the Q and SPY,
Right,
and for support, and they both bounced right near them. So I
right,
could have just traded Q and SPY options. They would have been a killer trade because we sold off at the open for about 10 minutes, and then we've been doing nothing but going up ever since.
right.
And the Qs have actually gone past my area that I had marked for resistance, which was about 518.60, and the SPY is like literally right at an area where I've marked as resistance, which is 588.30 ish.
Peter, if you don't mind,
Coulda,
let
shoulda,
chat know
woulda,
that
eh?
I'm. You heard Peter. Let the chat know that I am trying to log back in.
Okay,
Because the sound wasn't working, so they're wondering probably what the heck is
right.
going on. But I'm trying to get back in and get the sound. All right, chat room. And then let me
Can you hear
get
me?
Paris in here. Now we can, Paris. Give me a
I
second.
can hear you, Peter.
Awesome.
I'm
Peter, can you hear me? Carlos?
I can,
Yeah, yeah,
sir.
we can hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I was trying to say hi, hi, hello.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm having some audio stuff over here. Just give me a second while I get
Paris, we
the
were talking about your trade. You going short and then long on Nvidia and then jumping in PDD with me. I think that was awesome. That was a lot of
Oh,
fun. I love seeing
awesome.
when you were there with me. I was
No,
trading
thank
PDD
you.
off the open. You probably didn't see my trade when I had posted it there, but I was sitting with a stop at 99.01 for about 40 minutes, like, and
Oh my
it just
God.
it just kept sitting that 99 level, and it would not hit my stop. And then, of course, as you know, when it popped big, which is what I expected to happen. So
Yeah, yeah. And
right,
it's amazing, isn't it? Like how amazingly those algorithms and on all these orders trade for
right,
that 40 minutes or 15, 20 minutes, it's just not even printing 1 cent above that price. It's beautiful when you
right.
can see it.
Well, and I'd set my stop long before it got to that 99 level and was holding, right? Because I was hoping to get to low of day.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it shows that sometimes you can set a stop at the right level, and because that's clearly where the orders were, like you just said.
Yeah, and I'm
yeah,
glad
we
that
were looking at
Nvidia
it on
worked out
booking
really
up.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
And
still in
hello,
Nvidia though.
so
I'm still in Nvidia.
yeah, I'm still holding some too long. I'm looking for 135.50. So we're trying to get another partial there. Looks like we might get there this time. It's Nvidia's still wedging up. They still has buyers.
Yeah.
There definitely seems to be a seller right here.
I still see the level two is still bullish. So
Yeah.
I would still want to hold it because 135.50 is that area where there's another big order that's waiting. Hey guys, hey everyone on YouTube. How is everyone doing?
Yeah, good morning. Hope everyone had a good long weekend. SMCI, look at it, is seems to be good. I'd had a nice run up too. Wow. Yeah, SMCI has been moving up nicely.
Yeah, it was a nice long weekend, and the weather in Vancouver is good.
Yeah, it's gonna get real hot here tomorrow,
Oh, really?
apparently, or Thursday. Maybe it was Thursday. Hot for here anyway. Here we go.
Hmm.
Seem to be rolling over a bit right now.
So now it is trying to do a pullback NVIDIA, and I think if it pulls back to 134.70, 134.60, I'll add more. Uh,
Okay, so the Q's rejected right at there, very close to that area I had 588.40. The SPY, the Q's are kind of rolling over now. It could be setting up for 920 trades. Nvidia's at the 20 EMA right now.
so this is the NVIDIA is trying to do a pullback. I'm trying to see if I
Yeah,
can uh,
like I said, it could be a 920. It's had a nice run up here, holding the 9. Now we're pierced through the 9 and we're on the 20 EMA. Everything seems to be pulling back now.
so NVIDIA is still. I am wanting to add more on NVIDIA. I'm just a little picky on
Would have
the
been
area that I want to
would have
add.
been a good Yeah, it would have been a good ad at 135. It's just about just dipped below there at one
Yeah,
point. I actually thought about doing it, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't too. So I'm waiting to see if it dips a little more. Then I'll add more because I want to ride this move. And if I don't get the right ads, I would mess up my average.
Yeah.
So guys, throw us a like on YouTube. We see, the number of likes I see seems like you don't like us. So if you like us, please like.
People is maybe because it's after a long weekend. People are
Yeah.
still are slow on the uptake.
Okay. Thinking of selling some here on Nvidia.
See, yeah,
Okay,
that would have
selling
been
some
that would
here.
have been a good that would have been a good ad right at a bounce off the 20 EMA.
Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
was
we've
a
kind of
good what do you call what's the trade that you call
bounced back.
920?
Yeah,
920 trade?
920. Yep,
Yeah. On a 2 minute chart, right? Let's look at that.
yep,
Yeah, it was a perfect bounce
mm,
from 920. It was a
yep.
perfect bounce
Was
from 920.
yeah. We seem to have run out of steam in terms of buying. The queues have the queues have kind of stalled out here. We got right around 10:15. We've just haven't made any progress at all. Same with the SPY. We're pretty much right at that high of range, 588. We're not moving how much higher, at least not yet. All right, here we go. See if we can get to a 135.50 on NVIDIA this time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in the YouTube also added. Amanda added.
Nice.
Ravi doesn't like me. And
We do have, there is a trade book. John likes to trade these break of high of days. I think if you've got as far as let's take a look at Hood. Yeah, because typically what'll happen is if you break to a new high, you get that initial push, and quite often you get a check back to the area where you broke out from, and that's typically um, a better entry. Um, you know, if you're chasing a trade through a new high, you know, you have more risk, definitely.
so, yeah, Nvidia looking to break another high of the day. Yeah, I missed to add. That was a miss.
Yeah, that pullback on the SPY got bought. Um, What did CRV do today? Oh, CRWV. Wow, another nice move up here today. Core weave. Let's just take a look at Hood.
You know, Brian, there was a study done where the prop traders and hedge fund traders uh, were okay. I'm selling some, and I'll then share that story.
Here we go with Nvidia.
Yeah, Nvidia, I'm selling some more. 135.45. So there was a study done by the active traders, and they just did study on two things. Forget about the technicals, forget about everything. They just did on two things. One is sleep and one is water. They made a set of traders uh, uh, made sure they are hydrated and made sure that they had a good 7 hour sleep. And the same set of traders were given a different where they were limited on the sleep and did not keep their body hydrated. They saw a change of 50% in the profits margins. That
Wow.
was so people who want to trade drink water and uh,
Yeah.
and sleep well.
Get a good night's sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't live on the West Coast.
Don't live on the West Coast.
Here we
I, yeah,
Yeah,
don't live on the West
135.
Coast.
There we go. Just sold some more there.
Yeah, 135.54. I'm selling some more. Yeah, I'm running out of shares. Oh, no. Yeah, I have to do some manual
Yeah, I
things here
mean,
because of.
yeah, we're talking about Hood. I mean, it's an expensive stock. Um, but there's a lot of stocks that fall into that category here. So I just I'd be if I was looking for an entry on that, I'd like to see a pullback to 65. Then at least you'd have sort of 63 as a stop. Here we go. SPY is breaking out through that, and so are the Qs. Oh wow. Yeah, we are
Sold
going back.
someone.
Looks like we're going to go back to all-time high on the SPY.
Yeah. So 136.25 is the top of the range on Nvidia. 136 actually. 136.04. Yeah, 136 might be coming. Yeah, but I'm running out of shares. I might get out sooner.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. I only have a few shares left. Hmm. Interesting. Tesla's kind of rolling over a bit here. ELTR is also kind of struggling while Nvidia's pushing higher. Qs and SPY still kind of stuck in a range. We did try to break out there. SPY does look still spicy.
So now I don't see any big orders in the level 2. I don't see. Let me. I have my laptop is not configured with a lot of things.
Are you talking about Nvidia?
हाँ जी नहीं आप खा लो ओके थैंक यू So yeah, I do see.
On Nvidia, there is still some big orders there. 136, 137. There's a whole numbers at each whole number right up to as far as I can see 139. It's a big order at 140. Doesn't mean we're going to get there today. Right. Those aren't Paris's kids.
No, those are not mine. I don't have any kids, but they're my nephews. So that's my brother kids. Yeah, the language I was speaking was Hindi.
Uh,
Yeah.
no, I don't see a 920 trade on Tesla. I mean, we did set up for a 920 trade, and it didn't. It kind of dropped a little bit below the 20, and then it didn't bounce back right away. So kind of, and now the 9 and the 20 have really squeezed together. So I don't see. Typically, you still like to have a gap between the 9 and the 20, like we had with Nvidia. Um, as far as swing trade on Hood with options, let's see what the options look like on it. Well, the nice thing about the options on Hood is they seem to be fairly liquid, so there isn't a lot of spread between the bid and the ask.
So Nvidia, I think it's losing the steam now. So I'm thinking of getting all out on Nvidia. As the
I don't have
135.50
much.
mark is done. And now there are lower and lower bids on the level 2. I do see higher and higher ask as well, but not
Hmm.
it's more of a balanced thing.
Yeah, like I said, we're it's since about 10:15. We haven't done much with the Qs or the SPY. SPY did try to break out there. It's kind of pulling back now, but definitely still in an uptrend.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, see, there's the Tesla's dropping a bit now. Yeah, I think it's just buyers. We've just kind of, the buyers are exhausted. They're not, there's no heavy selling, but there's just no significant, there's no buyers that are really stepping up right now. Wow, Tesla just took a dive. Yeah, you could see that one coming. So I kind of looked at that for a short, but yeah. Yeah, it spent too long trying to bounce back there. Now Tesla, see, you can see the buyers that were in there are just are exiting their trades. Yeah, as far as hood goes, I mean, you could do you could do a call spread. So if you bought the 66 calls and then sold the 70s, it cost you about a buck 40 for a $4 move, which isn't bad. See, the problem taking swing trades in this market is it just seems to be every time you think there's a picking a direction, there's what I'm what I'm starting to call these news bombs. So we got one over the weekend with the European Union. So, what's the next news bomb and which direction is it going to take the market? That's that's the question right now. It's really, I've never seen a market so sort of schizophrenic. The OKLO popping. Yeah, it could yes, Friday's high was 52. Could go there. I don't The SPY and Qs are rolling over now. What have we got for we do have actually OKTA is reporting after the close. What have we got here? We had consumer confidence at 10 o'clock. It must have been a little bit better because we popped around 10.
Uh, I'm thinking of getting all out
Yeah,
on
it came in
Nvidia.
at, wow. Yeah, it came in at 98. I think that was the actual number. And the estimate was 86, 87. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Right. Well, I'm going to grab some breakfast. It's about that time. Again, it looks like markets going to stay strong, even if we get some pullbacks here. I think the overall got a bullish day, unless we do get a news bomb.
Yeah, yeah. It's top of the hour as well.
MSTR,
Can you hear me, Bran? So how
MSTR.
about, can you hear me?
Some micro
No?
strategies. Interesting.
Nobody can hear me in the chat room? Nobody?
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's wrap up. I think it's top of the hour. Thank you everyone on YouTube, and thank you everybody in the chat room. I think Thor's gonna hop on, and see you guys.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later. Hope everyone had a good morning. And yeah, we'll catch y'all later.
Thank you, Brian.